Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing another speed build for my Rebuild Willow Creek project. Now this is one Periwinkle way and it's basically in the bottom right corner of Willow Creek, if you can picture the map in your head. It's the area that has all of the, the start homes and the budget homes and stuff like that in Willow Creek. So this house is actually for the Simmons family that you would have seen me create earlier this week if you watched the creator sim for that. If you didn't, I'll link it up on the screen right now for you guys. But yeah, so this is that family's house, and at the start of when I started this, I wanted to build it as a budget home, so I thought maybe like 60,000 simoleons, since they are a family of 6 at the moment. They're a family of 2 children, 2 toddlers, and 2 adults. But the mom is actually pregnant again with another little boy. So they'll be a family of 7. So I thought, 60,000 simoleons would be okay for them, would be enough, since it needed to be at least a 5-bedroom house. And I wanted to have, at least like 3 bathrooms and stuff. So at the end of the day, this house turned out to be 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. 2 bathrooms upstairs, 1 downstairs. I even added a little laundry area for them. And yeah, obviously, so as I said, we have 2 toddlers in this household, two twin girls. So they'll be sharing a room, but all of the other kids will have their own room. And then we have a nursery as well for the up and coming little baby that the mom is expecting, and obviously the master bedroom. But yeah, before I started on the living room, I think, before I finished off the living room, I should say, I ran out of money and I gave myself an extra 15,000. So at the end of the day, this house turned out to be about 75,000 simoleons. So I mean, it's still under 80,000, which I think it's okay, for a family of this size. I mean, I could have probably made it a lot smaller. In hindsight, I could have made it a lot smaller, but I didn't want the family, to be all cramped and, stuck in a small space all of the time. So I wanted the house to be, rather big, since the dad is in the business career. He's not, a CEO or anything. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's actually only in the business career because obviously with a family this size, they have a lot of expenses and, a lot of responsibilities and stuff. But yeah, the dad, Nathaniel, actually wants to be an archaeologist. That's kind of like his lifelong dream, his lifelong passion is archaeology. But because of all the kids that they have and the fact that archaeology isn't really a sustainable career, I guess I should say, he is kind of like stuck in the business career. But yeah, so, and his wife Jane actually doesn't work. After they had the twins, she decided to quit her job as a journalist and become a stay-at-home mom, since she didn't like leaving all of her kids with a nanny or sending them to daycare and all of that. They did that with their 2 older kids. So they have 2 children, the oldest of which is their daughter Trinity, and then they have a little boy named Roman. And they sent both of them to daycare, and they had nannies and all of that. But Jane felt that she was missing out on a lot of their growing up. She was missing out on a lot of their important development years, and she wanted to be there for that. So she and Nathaniel decided that he'll be the sole breadwinner. He will try to rise in his career and make enough money to sustain the family and to sustain, to keep them in this house, to keep paying, keep up with the bills and all of that, and she can stay at home with the kids. So that's what they decided to do. But unfortunately, at the moment, they're, struggling a bit. So the house isn't, fully furnished. I mean, it's fully furnished. You have all of the necessities. You even have a few decorations. But, for the way I usually build, I usually tend to go into very, very, I tend to go into a lot of detail when I build. I like, cluttering up every nook and cranny of a room. I like, lots of paintings and plants and all of that stuff. I love personalizing houses to Sims. So unfortunately this one isn't, you know, that cluttered up or stuff like that. It's definitely a house that you could very easily add to and, you know, decorate more if you download it and all of that. Speaking of downloading this, it is up on the gallery. It's up on the gallery under the hashtag Rebuild Willow Creek, and you can find the family under that hashtag as well. And you can also find them on my gallery page, which is ChrissieYork, the same as on here, just without the space in between. But yeah, so both the house and the family are completely custom content free. I mean, they have no custom content on them. The family, you will unfortunately have to enable custom content to find them, but that's just because I have a default skin in my game that I forgot to take out. In all honesty, I forgot to take it out before I created the family. So yeah, they just have a default skin on them, but if you do download them from the gallery, you won't be getting my default skin, you know, you won't be getting my custom content into your game at all. You will just be getting them, and EA will replace their default skin with the regular EA skin, and you'll be completely fine. You won't have any custom content in your game whatsoever if you download them. But yeah, so I talked through a lot of this video, but yeah, so I started this one night and I built the exterior of the house, and I finished the kitchen, the dining room, and all of the bathrooms. I cut out 2 of the bathrooms, but they're exact copies of the one on the downstairs that I did show you guys. So yeah, they're exact copies of that bathroom, so I just decided to cut the other 2 out. But yeah, so I finished the bathrooms, the kitchen, the exterior, and the dining room mostly one night. And this tonight, when I came back to finish it, I actually, you know, I have about 3 builds going at the moment that are work in progresses. And one of those builds is a build that I'm doing that's base game and expansion packs only. So I use all 5 of the expansion packs that we have. So Seasons, Cats and Dogs, City Living, Get Together, and Get to Work. So I use those 5 expansions and then the base game only. So that's one of the builds that I'm working on. But for some reason, tonight when I came to do this build, to finish it off, for some reason my brain thought that this was the restricted packs build. And yeah, so you'll have seen me enable all of the filters and stuff, and I basically finished all 5 of the bedrooms and the living room and the study without realizing that, oh, this isn't the restricted packs build, I can use whatever I want. And at that point I was just like, well, excuse my language, but screw it. I'm not going to be redoing 5 bedrooms and an entire living room just because I forgot that I could use everything. So yeah, a lot of this house basically is just the 5 expansions and base game, and then there's probably a bit of Parenthood in there, since the kitchen cabinets are definitely from Parenthood. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot of other packs in it. There's definitely laundry day, since there's laundry baskets in the bathrooms and a laundry room. But yeah, so this house is probably rather restricted on packs now that I think about it. I mean, I didn't use a lot of the stuff packs. I mean, the only rooms that I finished was the kitchen and the dining room before I, you know, started the main areas of the house. So yeah, this is quite a restricted packs build, now that I think about it, which was actually totally by accident, and I think I made it a lot harder for myself than I probably had to. But yeah, so that's just, I don't know, my brain just was probably on another planet or something. But yeah, so this house is not as decorated as I would want it to be, but going back to when I actually realized that I didn't need to restrict myself was when the banister on the top with the stairs, the railings that I have up there, is actually the railings from the Vampire game pack. So I do use that as well, now that I think about it. But yeah, so it's the railings from the Vampires game pack. And when I went to, you know, fix the railing that was messed up upstairs, I realized, well, oh shoot, this is from Vampires. Wasn't I supposed to be restricting the packs that I use? And then I looked around the rest of the house and I was like, oh, I used Laundry Day, I used Parenthood. There's no way I would have made a mistake like that if I was limiting myself. So then I realized, well, oh yeah, I forgot this wasn't the build that was supposed to be restricted. So I'm just an absolute idiot. But yeah, then I decided, well, I'm not redoing all of the rooms that I did. Besides, I did use a lot of really cheap items, and if I had all of the other packs, if I was using all of the other packs, there probably isn't really cheaper items than the ones that I ended up using anyway. So it's not like I could have done a whole lot of other decorating with the house if I did use some of the other packs. So there's that at least. But yeah, the backyard is really simple as well. Actually, it's kind of like a side yard. But yeah, so the backyard is really simple as well. It just has a swing set, a toddler pool, a grill, and a table. And then I added a clothesline as well, since I thought, you know, maybe the family wants to, you know, be a bit more eco-friendly or save some electricity and not use the dryer or something, and they want to hang up their clothes. I mean, that's always a possibility. Maybe the weather is nice and they can. But yeah, so this is the study that we're working on right now, and I just wanted to mention that some of you guys might think this is really stupid to add a study, like an actual whole study room, into a house that's supposed to be a budget house. But I don't know, I thought since the dad is in the business career, he might like a bit more of a quieter place to work, and the mom is a writer, so I thought she would enjoy a place like this too. And she is a bookworm, so I thought they would probably have lots of bookcases with lots of books in them and stuff. But yeah, here I'm still thinking that I need to restrict everything, and then I see I think that's the kids' room stuff, you know, fence, the picket fence, and then I was like, oh yeah, don't need to restrict myself, but whatever. But yeah, you'll also notice that all of the walls in the bedrooms are really plain and just white, and I left it like that on purpose, since I thought they didn't have the money to, you know, personalize the rooms all that much. So yeah, we're almost at the end of the build. I'm really surprised that I managed to ramble on for so long. I can't even remember what I said for most of this build. So there's something. I'm probably going to look back at this and was like, why did I say that? But it's too late to change it, and I'm not redoing this. So yeah, what if I said something really stupid? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, so we're just finishing off a little bit of landscaping. I couldn't do as much as I normally would, you know, budget build and all of that. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel and the idea of me rebuilding the worlds sounds interesting to you, since I'm rebuilding all of the worlds, not just Willow Creek. But yeah, so if the idea of that sounds interesting to you, stick around, hit the subscribe button, and, you know, stick around and check out some of my other videos basically. And also remember to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of whenever I post a new video. I do post at least 4 times a week, and sometimes I'll throw in a little extra speed build or an extra creator sim or let's play part or something else extra sometime in the week. But yeah, we're basically done with the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. And as I said, it is up on the gallery if you want to find it. My gallery ID is always in the description below. But I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day, and I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye guys!
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are. kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, you make me smile. You're the solution.